morning, everyone. Even though it's probably not morning for you or even afternoon, maybe it's nighttime. Maybe we're watching this 3 o'clock in the morning and you decide to open up your phone and found this. That's besides the point. Last episode, really wanted to talk about how I am making a short film and go into details about it, at least rough details. And I didn't do that. I instead talked about my life, which is still cool. I still like that topic, but I didn't do what I set out to do. So here I am, being the bigger man and going out of my way to clean a fire truck as I talk about the short film. And I do apologize. I just got into other topics that I didn't expect to go into. But if you haven't seen the video where I kind of roughly talk about, very rough, like 3-minute video talking about how I'm making a short film. Well, I'm making a short film. And I'm super excited about it because it kind of connects a lot of stuff I've been working on. Not all of everything, because there's more CGI stuff or more advanced editing stuff that I've been trying to learn. But I still feel like I'm very behind on it. Don't want to put in a final product yet because I'm still just learning it. You know, there's a theory that the cat is not really missing. Thank you, Denver Drill. That the mayor's using it as a distraction device so no one notices all the pipeline stuff. What fucking pipeline stuff, man? Anyways, to go back into what I was really trying to talk about, the short film. Talking about the short film. I really just wanted to make something that, like, you know, encapsulates everything I've been learning. Generally. Not everything. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Anyways, actually, there's also a band that not only is there a movie called Everything Everywhere All at Once, there's a band called Everything Everything that my brother showed me and I used to listen to a lot, and they're pretty chill. Make some pretty weird music, but you know what? It's encapsulating. I think that's the important part to recognize about that band. Anyways, so with the short film, I'm trying to put together, you know, a lot of mapping stuff and try like a lot of masking, tracking, if that makes sense. I don't know. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff where it is getting some really cool post-production tricks in there. However, still just making a normal story. So to actually talk about something that I haven't, like some of the stuff that I haven't actually mentioned, because I said that part of the premise, actually a lot of the premise of the short film. Calvin! Hey, bud, do you know that if the mayor's cat's still missing, I'm up at the volcano and I think I see him on the other rim. I'm going in for a closer look. No, what? Dude, no, where's my phone? Where is he? Calvin, stop. I'm going in for a closer look. The next text he sends me is just an image with like the Terminator thumbs up. Anywho, short film. Right, I wanted to make something that encapsulates everything I've been, you know, obviously learning. But to talk about more about something that I haven't really mentioned, because I said it kind of revolves about topic that I am trying to be as I try to write as self-aware as possible, because it goes into FNAF in a sense, like in a really dumb, fucking hilarious way, where I wanted it in a way where it's kind of mocking FNAF in a way. So I've been, because I've been very open, because I made videos about how I'm very disappointed about how the movies have been going and how the writing has been, because it's been kind of horrendous. And not to really hate on anyone that like works on it or anything, it's just, I'm just kind of sad, but you know what? It is the way it is. Dude, you got it. I really don't care. Anyways, it does go into that, but it's more, why would a cat hang out 10 feet from a lava flow though? Why would a man do that? The goal of the series is to kind of make fun of it, more of the fandom, I guess, because I have a very strong take that or not a strong take, just a take that I think is kind of being ignored, where you can criticize a movie while thinking it's good, or critique it. You can critique something, even if you're a fan of it. You can say this is what they could have done better, writing wise, story wise, all of this, while still liking it. You can do that. I feel like there's been a lot of ignoring that idea with the FNAF movie, and I've been very disappointed to see to read and hear some of the takes I've been hearing and seeing, and I get kind of fed up. So the short film was kind of about that. Me and my friends were actually joking about it after watching the FNAF 2 movie, talking about like, oh, what if he made that stupid fucking short film about, like fucking FNAF or like the FNAF fans and all, or at least the ones I've been saying, and not to still hate on them. It's because I think also in the short I kind of explained that it's not bad to be a fan. It's toxic positivity that's more about, where it's not directly attacking it in any way. I think I did at least a good job balancing that. Anyways, I kind of obviously went into that, and words, oh gosh, how can I be a YouTuber and not know how to speak? It's almost like I just made a video about that. If you haven't watched it, you should go watch episode 1 of the Power Wash video talk things. I don't really know what I'm going to call it yet, but I think just Power Wash talks or something, because I don't know. I don't really know, because I already have table talk, which is something I'm trying to start up, where it's just me playing any game with friends. But I've been really liking Power Wash lately, and I like talking to people, like just talking while playing Power Wash, so that's what I've been doing lately. Anywho, I've just been very disappointed with the reviews I've been seeing and reading and hearing about. So a lot of the short film is kind of about that. It's kind of about at least the identity of obsession, because I wanted to kind of use the idea, or at least use FNAF in an instance, to make it a lot more just interesting or funny or kind of like ridiculous, while having more of an underlining point. That is my biggest goal with the entire series, is to go about it in a way where it's not just directly insulting any fan that likes the series, but to also make a point to say, hey, it's okay to like something and not be infatuated with it, or to make it your life or addiction. And you see that with anything, really anything. I mean, with the world how it is nowadays, you can really just go on Reddit and find a subreddit, a community that likes a certain thing, no matter what. Like, you can think of anything, it's probably out there. It's like Rule 64, but for subreddits. It's kind of more about that. However, with this entire series, I have done a lot for it, a lot, but also I really want to get this thing done. So at least this part done, because it's driving me insane. Anyways, because I've been kind of disappointed with how it's been taking it. That's what the series is about, or at least the short film is generally about. But I wanted to go about it in a way where it's at the end, it tackles more about addiction. So there is stuff that kind of does make fun of the FNAF movie or the franchise. However, I don't want to make the whole, because the other character, there's 2 main characters in this. One that kind of represents a FNAF fan who is addicted, and another one who is not addicted but doesn't show any real hatred for it directly. And there's stuff later on that will kind of more explain of how I want to portray this, and the idea of he doesn't hate the franchise, because I want to also have hints of being a fan. Because I want the point to be, you can be a fan of something, however, you could still go about it in an unhealthy way, and that's not something that I think that should exactly be praised at all times. I just really wanted to make that entire series just because I just thought it'd be really interesting as well. And it's something I am kind of passionate about, the idea of criticism, because I personally believe there is no one and nothing in this world that is above criticism. I believe nothing in the world is above criticism. And to grow, you kind of need criticism. And to kind of go about it in a way of this movie isn't bad because the references are good is wrong to say, because you can have a movie or a show about a franchise that is great for fans but not a great movie as a whole. I think it's a good way generally to explain the FNAF series. However, I feel like it's still ignoring some blatant stuff where it's like the movie is still kind of just, in my opinion at least, bad. No shame for anyone who likes it. Like what you like. Everyone's entitled to like what they like. I just personally did not really like it. I think it's kind of sad that it wasn't very good. because it could have been, you know, at least in my opinion, a lot better. And I already do have that equipped. Oh, I guess I do have that outer whim, don't I? I do have that outer whim. I have the outer whim. I have the outer whim on my whim. So yeah, a lot of this the short is about FNAF, but not entirely, because I didn't want it entirely be about FNAF, because I don't think I would have stomached that at all. Like I don't know, I wanted to make it self-aware, at the same time deliver the message about, you know, what I actually wanted, because I am having fun. This is the one of the like most fun projects I've had making, because we just got done with the first day of shoot, right? We finally got all done with our first day of shooting. It took, I think, 10 to 12 hours to film, and it was the first time I was ever on set, right? And like, I now have more of a grasp of how long scenes take to film, how long it takes to do retakes, and for everyone to have a recap of everything and get ready for everything, ready for, you know, the next scene. It takes a while, because there's a lot of preparation, and especially when there's only one director. I don't have a director of photography. I don't have, you know, director of, you know, I don't have like other like big like heads or supervisors for like lighting and stuff. It's just me supervising everyone else. So a lot of it is me bouncing around to everyone and saying, all right, this is what all of you need to do. So we got done with our day one of shooting. And because most of us, you know, like all of us are like working, or some of us are in school that are helping out with the project, we can't do, you know, like a normal day shoot where it's 30 days straight or something, you know, or not 30 days, like 12 days straight, right? I've had to dumb it down a lot more, and have started to realize that this isn't going to be a 4-day shoot. That's originally what I was shooting for. I was like, 4 days is good enough time to film all of this. It's fucking not. It is not. It is just like a 20-minute short film, right? It is not enough. Oh my gosh, is that not enough? There was nothing that could have prepared me for how little I expected to get done. I thought I would have almost gotten done with everything I had in the schedule, and that didn't happen. That just went down the drain, didn't it? And there we go. Anyways, shite. Okay, did a lot for the short film. I made a lot of stuff for it. I made a lot of different like scheduling kind of stuff for it, because I not only made a giant script. I think now, after re-edit, like a few re-edits, it's about 30 pages long of all scripts. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's like a 30-page script, which isn't that long in the grand scheme of things. However, I wish I kind of put more, but it's fine, because it is a short film, and a lot of it I'm trying to explain through like silence. I don't know. It's gonna be really interesting when I try to Frankenstein all this together, because I have a full-fledged like script and all, but I wonder if I'm gonna ever end up changing a lot of this stuff. I might end up having to like change the script at some point, or not change the script, but like order or something, or like entire scenes, because I want those gaps of silence. Because I really want to make a lot of this project about music, as well, or like have a big thing pushing it, as well as the sounds and music, because I am a big believer that a lot of like a movie is a giant percentage of a film, right? So much of a film is directly, a lot of a movie is the sounds, is the, you know, the actual music, you know, and the soundtracks. And the reason why I think that those are always so important, because they can push a lot of it going. And I don't know, I'm really excited to see Within a Whisker of Ulysses now. That stop texting me about this. I really don't, dude. Unless you want something power washed, I don't care. I don't know. I'm just really excited to show you guys the short film. But like I said, I did a lot for the short film, like a lot of stuff. Yeah, I made full scripts. I made entire shot lists of like how I want every shot to look. I have I made like I try to look most as possible into what are their normal steps into pre-production or production as a whole, really, I guess. But a lot of stuff like shot lists that gives you an entire list of everything, of how every scene generally is going to look. And you have stuff like the strip board, which strip board is generally, like, normally a actual board where, like, you kind of put together where what scenes are going to shoot in what day and in what order. And I made all that. I've now had to change it a lot. Who knew there's a lot of last minute decisions you have to make when filming. A lot of last minute decisions. And I've been going through a lot of that lately, but it's been really fun. But I've started to realize, yes, now going from a 4-day shoot to an 8-day shoot is not something I entirely expected. I expected myself to think that it was going to take a lot more time than I ever thought it would be. Well, not only would take, but it's just, I don't know. Anyways, it's probably going to go from a 4-day shoot to an 8 to 9-day shoot. And I obviously have put together all the strip boards, all the shot lists and all. But to give you a grasp of everything, I've been working on this for a few weeks, and I, every day pretty much, have been putting as much time and as much effort as I can into this short film. As much as I can. So much of my efforts has gone directly into this short film because I love it. I don't want to complain too much because I want to make this, you know. I am passionate about it. I'm glad. Did I never clean it? Oh, I never cleaned that wheel, did I? I am very passionate about the series, you know, and or not series, but the short film, and putting effort into it because I want to prove to myself that I can make actual big projects. You know, I'm not just a guy who's only limited to, you know, doing YouTube or something like that. I want to make real stuff. I want to learn it. And in college right now, I'm just doing gen eds, and I fucking hate it. And it's fine. I'm not complaining about it. That's a whole other thing for a whole other day. I hate gen eds. And which just general education. It's just the general classes you have to do before you actually get to do stuff that your major's actually focusing on, which is really dumb that works that way, that you have to do classes that they probably know that you're never going to use, but you gotta do it anyways, and, you know, it spends hundreds and hundreds of dollars. It's fine. It's fine. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I want to take initiative and be like, well, if it's gonna be taking this long to actually start on projects I want to do, then I'm going to be the one that takes initiative to start these projects. You know, I'm going to be the one that to actually go out of my comfort zone and to make something I really want to make. And right now, that's the short film. And I don't know. I'm sorry I can't give you like a concise day or time frame of when I want to be done or should be done. Just because I know that I don't want to give a definite date or a definite time frame because I know how my life is when it comes to last minute disasters, and it's really hectic. It's probably gonna be a month or two, but I still want to record the process. I still, especially with editing, when I edit, I want to show you guys everything like that I've been working on as I edit, and that'll be really fun because I want to bring you guys along as I make this, because I think, at least I personally think it's pretty cool. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, that make it a short film. That's just me. I understand it's not for everyone, but, you know, I just think it's cool. Anyways, but yeah, I'm very, very happy about it. I'm really excited to show you guys, you know, what once it's done. And to go, I guess, more into it, I have made an entire set because it's all in this one little room, right? And in this room, it's really small. It's really funny too. Because like I said, I've taken clips of the process of it. Where actually it was like one of my friends on set is helping me take pictures and videos of the progress and stuff. So I'll be releasing those as well, and not just, you know, doing this. But it's really fucking funny because the set I have tried to make as dumb as possible. But gosh, am I excited about it. I am so excited. Oh jeez. I've never been more excited about a project in my life. It's so tiring though. Like yeah. Anyways, there's that. I've been working so long on this. I just wanted to yap about it. I don't even think I got out as much as I did. But that's mostly because I haven't released any photos or anything or any videos of the process. So I don't want to give too much, details about everything until I, am able to give you a concise, more details with evidence, I guess. But no, that's basically all I've been working on, and I've been very, very excited about it and passionate about it. And oh, you can go all around here. But no, that's probably because I already cleaned all this out. That's cool. Anyways, all y'all, I guess don't die. That's kind of cool nowadays to not die. And I'll give you more updates when I do have them about the project and where I'm at and all. Anyways, don't die. Stay safe, I guess.